What is up guys, Alex here. Here I have this brand new ASUS ProArt X570 motherboard. In this video, I'll be reviewing this motherboard, talking about its specs, if you should get it or not, and if you're planning on building a new gaming PC and you're editing videos, or just gaming in general, and if you should get this motherboard. I'm going to be talking about the specs, showing you guys the finalized build of this motherboard, and I'm going to show you guys what the computer looks like, and it's running, and you know how fast it runs with this brand new motherboard X570. But without further ado, let's get on into the video. The first things first about this motherboard, it's an X570. If you guys know about the motherboard and the computer scene, you know that X570s are usually for AMD processor, and this motherboard is like that. It's a for AM4 sockets for AMD, you know, supports 5th generation, so for 5000 series AMD, and also for like the 3900X that we tested it on before I came on here and did this video. It also worked. So if you have a 5900X or a 5950X, you can also, you guys know some AMD processors, they come with coolers in the box, and you can put that right on here, which is another really cool thing about this motherboard. It has robust performance, it has 16 power stages, it has a Pro Cool 2 power connector, high quality alloy chokes, and durable capacitors. So like the capacitors are right by the processor, where the processor is. It has really good cooling. It has two M.2 slots, 4th gen M.2 slots for the fastest M.2 for like for the new Samsung Pro models that came out. Like, I'm pretty sure they're the 8000 series, I think. I don't really remember, but basically for those, if you have really fast processors and a really fast processor and really fast hard drives, this motherboard works for that just fine. It has a Thunderbolt 4, and that's the fastest it has. Thunderbolt 4 basically allows you to connect USB Type-C ports to it, and they're extremely fast if you stream and stuff like that. So for example, there's this capture that we have that allows you to connect consoles to it, and allows you to use put the video from the console onto the computer screen, kind of like an Elgato, and for that you need a Thunderbolt 4, and this motherboard brings that Thunderbolt 4, and again, that's another unique feature that it has. And if you guys do stream and use Elgatos that don't go in a PCI slot, and they're external Elgato, sort of like that, I don't know what ours is called, we've done a video on it before. You can use the Thunderbolt 4 to, you know what I'm saying, connect that console to it, like if it's an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5, you can connect it to it and record your videos like that. It has two Thunderbolt 4 Type-C ports. Obviously one is slower than the other, and the Thunderbolt 4 also has 10 gigabyte Ethernet connection, and the smaller one, or the slower one, has 2 gigabyte Ethernet connection, which is again the fastest, as it's compatible with Ethernet Wifi6E, which is the fastest there's out right now basically, and this motherboard has that for a price that I'm going to mention at the end of the video. Like I said, it has 3 PCIs, and it has 4.0 M.2 4th gen M.2 ports, and it comes with heat sinks for those M.2. You guys are gonna see the M.2s go in, and how fast they actually boot up into the Windows, and how fast they are, since it's a 4th gen M.2 slots. It has 2 USB ports that are 3.2 gen basically, and those are again super fast USB ports. If you want, you know what I'm saying, no lag, and you want to connect the controller to it or something, you can use those USB ports to it. And it comes with wireless Ethernet. So if it comes with the Ethernet thing that you screw on to the back of the motherboard, and you can connect it to the internet wirelessly without having to, you know, run a cable through and connect the Ethernet to it. And again, super cool. I really do like this motherboard. It has, again, super cooling, you know, graphics card. It has this big, I'm gonna pick up the motherboard so you guys can see. It has this really cool heatsink, which is like the newest sort of like heatsink gen right now. I don't want to break any of the pins, but as you guys can see right here, these are the capacitors that I was talking about, and this is the heatsink for like the for the processor, I guess. And this at the bottom, this big thing right here, I'm pretty sure that's the other and this is the heatsink for the graphics card. So it also comes with a heatsink for the graphics card, and it just has really nice heat dispersion, and the motherboard won't be extremely hot. So this is for pretty awesome builds for like a 3090, for a 5950X or something like that. But yeah, as you guys can see, ASMAT is taking out the M.2 slots. I'm gonna be telling you guys a couple more features about this motherboard, and then I'm gonna go on into the conclusion. But yeah, as you guys can see, this motherboard has 3 M.2 slots, as I've said before, and they're back to back. So that really big heatsink that you guys just saw on screen, that covers both of the onboard M.2s that are at the bottom under the second PCI Express. Now that top PCI Express, that is the fastest one on this motherboard. That's with the fastest bandwidth speed, and right above that is another M.2. Now I don't know what larger graphics card how this is gonna work. That M.2 up there, it may be it may be, you know what I'm saying, get hot up there as well. But I guess it's just besides the point. But like I said, 3 M.2 slots, and it has a massive VRAM heatsink, as you guys can see, where it says that ProArt, and it's covered on some foil, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's a massive VRAM heatsink, and that basically just take the heat from the graphics card and the VRAM and just helps it be cool a little bit more and stuff like that. And now another cool thing about this motherboard is that if you guys see the screws that you're supposed to screw on the standoff for the M.2, this one actually doesn't take screws. There's this little latch on it that you're supposed to turn, and that latch, when you turn it, it actually tightens it up, the M.2, and you don't have to screw it on, and then you don't have to worry about losing the screw. And now this is very cool, because that way you don't have to worry about losing the screws. Now if you do break the little latch that's there, if you can see it at the top, on all 3 of them it has this, right? If you guys do break it, then that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. But other than that, it does have this, and it's really cool in my opinion. Now, yeah, this motherboard also has Thunderbolt 4 Type-C ports, as 10GB and 2.4GB onboard Ethernet, and it has Wifi6E, like I've said before. Now, Wifi6E, let me explain a little bit more about Wifi6E. Wifi6E is sort of like the fastest Wi-Fi right now if you wanna get it connected Bluetoothly. Like I don't know if you're gonna know what I mean, but like Wi-Fi, basically, no Ethernet, just Wi-Fi to your motherboard. This is the fastest you can like possibly have it and stuff like that, and it's really cool. Now ASUS also has a creator hub for this motherboard for people that, you know what I'm saying, that use Premiere Pro like myself and I, but I'm not gonna be using this motherboard because it is not mine. My dad not uses it. Again, a really cool motherboard. I 100% recommend you guys get it if you guys are going into video creation and stuff like that. USB ports on the motherboard, as you guys can see right there at the bottom. The ones at the bottom, not the ones on the side. But yeah, again, really cool motherboard. Just added this feature to the motherboard as well, on top of everything else, that is called Safe Slot, and this is for enhanced durability on the motherboard. So I guess it's not that bad. If you're gonna use this motherboard extensively, I'm talking like 24/7 video editing, 24/7 gaming, I guess Safe Slot is for durability. And I'm talking in the sense durability as in like you're gonna have this motherboard for 6 years and it's not gonna break, or in the sense that you're gonna have this motherboard and you're gonna, I don't know, chip a pin that doesn't really matter and it works. But I'm guessing that's really not what's going on here. I guess it's just for gaming 24/7 and for video creation 24/7. But yeah, I feel like that's a good feature that they added as well on this motherboard. I really enjoy this motherboard for gaming as well. Didn't really bring any downsides. I was using the 10GB speed Ethernet to get basically 0 ping on my gaming experience when I was playing Fortnite, Minecraft, and Warzone at the same time, you know what I mean? And it's not bad at all. As you guys know, if you guys watch my dad's videos, he crypto mines, and he tested this motherboard for crypto mining as well. He put a 3090 on it, and the motherboard was crypto mining, and well, not the motherboard itself, but the graphics card was also crypto mining. And again, not bad at all. Super good motherboard. You can do a lot of gaming on it. You can do a bunch of stuff on this motherboard, and I really do recommend it if you're just looking into gaming or into video creation. Like I said, Thunderbolt 4 Type-C. It has massive heatsink for your graphics card if you're into, you know, extensive gameplay and your graphics card is really hot. The heatsink, you know what I'm saying, disperses heat, and it should lower the temperature a little bit. Again, really cool motherboard. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this is a very cool motherboard. Very intense for gaming and video creation as well. It has 4, it has Thunderbolt 4, so that really messes with my tongue a little bit, Type-C ports, and it has Wifi6E 10GB and 2.5 GB speed Ethernet ports. So it has 2, so if you want to use 10GB Ethernet, which is the fastest that the motherboard has, or 2.5 if you want to take it slow and not, you know what I'm saying, your Wi-Fi bill and stuff, or your internet bill, yeah, you can use that. So I like how it gives you those options, which a lot of new motherboards also have those options, but they're kind of expensive. This motherboard is only worth $450, and it's not that expensive, and it brings a lot of features. It has a massive heatsink for the VRAM, so the graphic card will stay a little bit cooler. It has heat sinks for the M.2, which is not that crazy, but again, I feel like it's something worth to mention because again, it's really cool. Again, a really super cool motherboard. Even if you're just looking to play video games or to use Premiere Pro and stuff like that, again, not a bad motherboard. You can use ASUS's Creator Hub to, you know, sort of, I guess, help you edit your videos or speed up the editing process in some shape or form. I don't know how though, because I didn't really use it when I was testing it, but it does have that feature if you guys are getting into video editing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know if you guys would get this motherboard in the comments below, and what processor and GPU you guys would pair with, if it's a 3090, 3080, or you know what I'm saying, what is your dream setup. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.